Hey, also trade recap. As you can already see, end payment of the week is 5,000. So we are back to 5,000. I think the last time we were at 5,000, it was last month. So yeah. So let's see what we can do this next week. Hopefully we can bag a bit of profits, but yeah, we're up 0.06% on the whole week. Up no, we're up like 1.7, but on the account we're up 0.06%. So let's go through the trade recap for today and also trade recap for the whole week. So yesterday I said I might take a trade and I'll journal it, and I'll show you guys tomorrow. So this is the trade. It was a small win, to be honest. So yeah, not really much I can say about that, but I will show what happened. So yeah, we took 9 trades. 8 trades were not losses. So yeah, I can't break even as a win because it means I didn't go below, so I didn't get any drawdown. So my only loss is below even 0.4%. So that's really good risk management on my side. And I'm gonna show you guys the trade. So first of all, we have to understand that we had 5 p.m. news, which was the orange folder and yellow folder. So okay, not that. Okay, I'm just gonna this. So this is the trade I took today. Only one trade I took. No, I took 2 trades. One break even, and if I can pull up from my Discord. So this what happened, yeah. An inverse. I took the trade once we tapped into this fair value gap, and we had a good push down. We got TZ delivery plus break even plus trim one, so I moved some here, and then I ended up, you know, because it says here break even. I did have break even, but once I saw this move up, this candle, I decided, okay, we might sweep this high and then go lower. So let me move my stops above. So it ended up being like $1 because I moved my stops were originally here, and I trimmed, which was like $6. So I had like $6 of room to like mess with. So I moved my stops to like somewhere here to like $5. So I did risk $5, and then yep. So we got stopped out, break even. Unfortunately, because when we were here, I was also above 5,000, and I've had so many times where I'm up 5k, and then it goes back to break even, but we can't really um, dwell on those things. But I said this is the trade I took. I said risk management to its perfection. We had a small inverse. I knew we were gonna go lower because we have SMTs here and it held, and you can't see this fair value gap. Let me just go to the charts. So I said, let me just zoom in. So we have SMTs here, yes, of course. And then you can see this fair value gap is small. So originally you wouldn't want to take this trade because of how small the fair value gap is. But the reason I took the trade was mainly because I knew we were gonna go low and I was willing to take the risks. The reason I knew that is because we swept liquidity. We also reacting off high time frame fair value gap, and we also swept this, as you can see. And this is also SMTs. So I knew at some point we'd go lower. So I just wanted a confirmation, just a small confirmation, because this was manipulation of the the 5 p.m. Which is the 10 a.m. candle. So as you can see, the 10 a.m. candle opened, pushed up, so it created this move up. So I knew this was a manipulation, and since I was slightly bearish because we had a heavy move up. We had a heavy move up and expected price to rebalance on Friday. So I expected price to go a bit lower to maybe until this point and then maybe reverse because we are bullish. But for us to maintain that bullish momentum, we have to collect orders. So that's the reason why I expected price to go lower. But it looks like we didn't, and we just continue to go higher. So yeah. So as I said again, originally you'd never want to take a trade like this, especially how small the fair value gap is. But I knew at some point we'd have to go lower and react to, either sweep liquidity, go higher, or react off of a fair value gap and go higher. So the only big time frame fair value gap at this point was this fair value gap and also this fair value gap. So I was like, okay, I know the risk. It's a small fair value gap. I've seen it lose many times, and I've also seen it work sometimes. So I knew if we were to reverse now, and I knew if we were to inverse this and then react off this and then inverse it, we wouldn't like, inverse like this. We'd have to go lower, and it's just what you get from screen time. Once you see multiple fair value gaps and you know the direction of the buyers, don't wait for all fair value gaps to close, because at that point price would have already been like this. We'd have a big candle like this, and now entering would be tricky because you'd have to wait for a retracement. And as you can see, this retracement wasn't really a retracement because we accumulated, manipulated, and distributed. So what to take away from today? What did I want to take away from today? I didn't really mess up anywhere, to be honest, apart from moving my stop loss here from break even, but that wasn't even a loss, so I can't even say much. So at this point I said break even, it's a candle close below the 5-minute fair value gap, or if we hit TP1, and as you can see we hit TP1 before we closed the 5-minute, but ended up closing the 5-minute as well, so that was a good break even point. Then I said TP2 plus trail stop loss most recent high. So this is what I normally do once I'm very sure that I don't really care where the market goes, because now I've hit such a high liquidity point that if we're truly bullish, we'll react off it. We don't need to go down here because this is a low. This is a low that sets another low, so we don't really need to go to this low. So I knew that if we're bullish, we'll sweep this, react off this, and go higher. If we're not bullish, we'll go and take this low, and you can see we didn't take the low. So this shows that, and we also had SMTs with ES over here with ES took that low, we didn't. So this shows that we're bullish. So once I saw that we swept here and we formed a chain set to delivery, as you can see, this is the chain set to delivery. No, we didn't even form a chain set to delivery. So yeah, unfortunate. Well, if we did form a chain set to delivery, we could go for these lows and go lower, but we didn't. So that's just more of a reason to move your stops to trail your stop loss, and then especially since if you already reached your targets. My target is just $5,000, which is basically break even. So I knew that I don't really care where the market goes, and I'm not trying to pass the account right now. So because this take profit was like maybe $100, so I didn't want to force anything. So yeah, supposed to sit, and I was like, okay, that doesn't really matter because I'm already at $5,000, and I had reached the part where I wanted to reach. Now next week is the next goal. So what's next week's goal? Next week's goal is just to build accounts, just the way I've been trading. Small wins, moderate wins, some small wins here and there for break even, and very small losses. You can see this week I only took. Okay, but this week as you saw, I only took one loss, and that loss was below 0.4% of the account. So you can see how taking small losses and taking big wins or even moderate wins over a long period of time can result you in profitability. And I'm not going to say that I am profitable because I'm not. But if I can show where I was before, as you can see, I was at 5,000. I started off with a banger. My ego was so high at this point, and then there's a point where it reached 300. As you can see, we were at 300, and then there's a point where I dropped like 30, minus 30, and then minus 50, and then minus 30, and then minus 40, and then minus 40. As you can see, I just kept going lower and lower with big losses, minus 65, bro, big losses. And I think there's a point where I reached so low here. Is it here? I think it's here. I reached a point where I had almost less than $100 of room to trade with. If I can find, I think it's here, honestly. If I can find it, okay, it's not there. Definitely not there. 950? No, definitely not there. Okay, so I'm guessing it's I think it's here. So I basically had less than $200 to work with, and less than 2% of my account to blow the account. So I traded. As you can see, I ended here 869, and then 829, and then 864, and then 914. You can see how it increased, and then now I'm at 5k. So I went from being down 7% to being up 7% basically. So now the next goal is to be up next week. Hopefully I want to get like 2-3% of the account, maybe something like that. So we'll see what happens next week. Can't really predict how it's gonna happen, but I just wanted to say how today was. It was really good for me, especially since I followed my rules. I took 2 trades and I got up. So again, I'm gonna get clowned for taking this fair value gap because it's so small. But again, you have to understand liquidity. We never just move higher and continue moving higher, moving higher, moving higher, moving higher, moving higher. There's a point where we'll move so high that we'll have to retrace lower. That's why I said I was targeting equilibrium of the range, which we didn't. And as you can see, kind of looks like we're forming a sell model. We bought, and then we bought so much, and then now we're coming back. As you can see, it kind of looks like we were coming back. And at this point, after being up here, kind of looks like a sell model. But yeah, maybe it's not a sell model. But anyways, again, you have to understand liquidity so much. Like liquidity and swing time matters so much, because this, if I was okay, let's say I'm profitable, I have so much, I'm balling most likely. This is not a trade I'm scared to take, you know. So I have to think about with that mindset that this is a trade I know will work, or it won't work, but I'm not scared that it won't work, you know. And those, I think 2 weeks ago, those trades that happened like this, we inverse with such a large candle, and I'm so scared to enter because drawdown, how big the stop loss is. But you have to understand liquidity. Once you understand liquidity, you don't need to care about those things. I mean, obviously you have to care about them, but it's not the main priority. The main priority is executing, like how I did. I saw this inverse, I saw it up to Twitter, I saw it rejected off, and I entered immediately. It rejected. I had no time to waste, and I was targeting where my targets were. I only trimmed where I wanted. I said I was gonna trim. I only moved break even where I said I was gonna move break even. I didn't wait. I didn't see price retrace and be like, okay, maybe we might go hit my stop loss, so let me remove my stop loss. I didn't say that. I did what I expected myself to do, and that's why I had such a successful week. And this week wasn't the best week, but it also wasn't the worst. And I can appreciate myself for taking it upon myself to be disciplined the whole week. Don't take unnecessary trades, all those things. But anyways, enough yapping for today. That's what I said. Oh yeah, this is the trade I took. This is the trade I took yesterday that I said I was gonna journal. So yeah, push lower, break even was hit, inverses fair value gap, which made me think, okay, we could go higher. So we did go higher, break even. That's that. So yeah, that's enough yapping for the week. Probably gonna, okay, let me see next week. So this video is gonna be a bit longer because also analyzing news for next week. Okay, next week is the last week of the month, as you can see. Okay, so let me break it down. That Wednesday I have an exam. Friday I have an exam. So I need to focus on my exams and also on trading. So Monday, no news. So most likely, no trade. Tuesday, jobs. Okay, most likely we could see a PO3 happen here. Wednesday, we have NFP. We'll just see what happens. We have major news Wednesday, so Wednesday could be good. We have news here, news 5 p.m., news 3:30 p.m. So yeah, okay. Wednesday will be good. Hopefully. Wednesday we have red folder news, good. Friday we have red folder news, good. So yeah, that's that for that week. FOMC the week after maybe not be that good. We'll just try and see what we can do. Okay, me looks promising. And I'm finishing my exams in basically secondary school on this week. So I'm finishing on Wednesday, June 11th. Ooh, CPI as well. I'm gonna eat well, bro. Gonna come back from my exams, take this trade, take a nap, bro. I'm gonna take one trade, take a nap, wake up for PPI. It's probably not gonna be as good, but yeah. But after this, I'll be so free and just focus on trading. Like, school is the only thing that's pushing me behind a bit. Not saying that it's pushing me majorly, but it's what's holding me back to fully commit. So once I'm done with my exams, I'm focusing on trading. Once I get my results from my exams, and then if hopefully, because I know I'll pass, I'll be able to tell my mom, okay, see, I've passed, but I'm still thinking about my future. So give me some time to think about it. Maybe take a year gap. That year gap is when I change my whole life, bro. So that's the goal, that's the plan, that's the journey. So yeah, if you even watch this and you're a trader, don't give up on your dreams. Keep pushing hard, and you'll reach where you wanna be. So yeah.